Hi, Terry here again. I was thinking the last couple of days about something that an author wrote that I read decades ago. Author's name is Ortberg, and he defined a discipline, what I prefer to call a practice. A practice is something that we do regularly, often a very small thing, but it's something we do in order to accomplish something else that we can't accomplish directly. And I was thinking about how many practices, how many small things I do over and over again in order to accomplish something that I want to have happen in my life or around my life, but I don't know how to do it directly. For example, one of the things I do every day is I just have a string of beads. And every morning I simply go through each bead one at a time with my finger, and my practice is to simply breathe in and breathe out with every bead. And the goal of this is to simply do that. It's nothing spectacular, it's nothing complex, it's nothing even all that unusual. I simply want to breathe in and out for every bead. And the reason I do that is because I want to increasingly stop all this noise in my head, all these complex videos. One of the analogies I make for the way I live much of my life is it's like I'm living in a multi-screen, multiplex theater, and the movies are all playing at once, and the walls are gone. So I'll look over one way and there'll be a video that plays, and I'll turn over here, another video will play, and my mind just spins and spins. And I don't know how to stop that directly. But when I read the mystics and others, they say a discipline that helps one accomplish easing the mind, stopping the constant videos that are playing, is to simply learn to breathe in and out. So day after day, I take my beads, I sit as quietly as I can, and I try to simply look at the bead and breathe in and out. And I can honestly say that I have been doing this for years, and I don't think, ever made it a quarter of the way through without some thought starting to ramp up and get my mind going. But it's a practice that I keep going because I finally learned that if my mind starts going and I forget that I'm simply breathing, I've learned how to get back to the next bead and breathe again. So I do that every day. Also, I read just a paragraph or two from mystics, poets, sages, those that have incredible wisdom that I'm seeking to grasp, that it rings in me as true, but I can't quite live into it yet. And I don't know how to become a mystic. I don't know how to become a poet, how to become a sage, but I do know how to read and ponder their thoughts day after day. Or I read a challenging paragraph or two of scholarship, sometimes a page or two. Somebody like Ken Wilber or Carl Jung, somebody that I can't study all at once, but I can take a paragraph or two. Another thing I do is I seek to play my guitar, and I'm terrible at it. I'm just a beginner, but just 5 or 10 minutes a day. Just working on an exercise. If I go much beyond 10 or 15 minutes, my fingers get sore, I get bored, but I'd love to play the guitar, but I don't know how to do that directly, so I practice 5 or 10 minutes a day. And I want to make sure my body is as strong as it can be, that I'm as healthy as I can be. So I go to the gym twice a week and walk on a treadmill or do deep lunges, work with a personal trainer who helps me do that. And is that going to all at once make me strong? But no, it's a practice that I can do over here I can accomplish that in order to accomplish something else. And I've learned to be pretty intentional about my practices. Some practices are not necessarily healthy. A practice of going over to the kitchen and grabbing a couple of candy bars. It's a simple thing, but over the long haul, what will that accomplish? Not very helpful. So I'm thinking through these last couple of days and writing in my journal and thinking about the routines that I have. And maybe there are some others that I need to add. So I would question you as well. What are some long-term accomplishments that are important to you that you're not quite sure how to do directly? I wonder if there's some practices, some simple disciplines that don't take much time, don't take much effort each week or each day, that could help you accomplish what you cannot do directly. I encourage you to give it some thought. Small things that you do on a daily basis might make an incredible difference in your life. Have a great day.